Anyway, so I was moving the couch closer to the TV because my couch is quite far from the TV. Yeah. It's a pretty heavy couch. I have a Simpsons couch. Can you imagine that shit? I don't have much muscles. I don't know, my muscles are kind of shit. They're shot. Oh, so I had a headache earlier and I feel kind of dizzy because of it. Stressful stuff, blah 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 blah. I could go on and why. Honestly. But I just want to chill. Relax. Well, this game is not good for that, but it actually sort of solves a few problems. It releases some of the anger I kind of have in it. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do anything yet. No need to do the daily challenges. I'm only here for trophies. Ah, fuck no, I'm not doing that map. That is a piece of shit map. That was Borders. If you know Borders, the map, this game is horrible. There's only two ways to go. One way you die by car explosion. The other way is a tiny ass fucking tunnel that goes all from one end of the map to the other, and basically like there's either snipers on each side of it. So it fucking sucks. It's the worst fucking map. Borders is just painful to do. I woke up on my nap recently. Well, hello, welcome. Welcome back. I'm just playing a bit more Call of Duty. Maybe sometime this week I'll play some Sims. I just need to make sure my computer is well enough. I was on it earlier, but I was doing some stuff and it said weird things, so I need to quickly fix that whenever I get back on my computer. And then to just do everything all at the same time. I just got a headache when I was working, so I was like, I was working for that comedian guy. Very fun, very fun, very fun, very fun day. I can't wait for other fun days. Yep. He was like, we should play Among Us sometimes. We should play on your stream, so I don't know, maybe you guys want to meet my boss. If you guys want him to come on the stream, that's cool, but eventually he's gonna be on it. He seems like he wants to be. If he wants to, then that's great, honestly. We'd love to have something famous here. Like, that would be fucking epic. Just chilling with my boss playing video games. This must be like the most epicest thing ever. Yeah. I'm mostly gonna talk about his company mostly and how we do work and everything. And if you guys are interested in what we're selling, then you can contact us and yeah. Sure, yeah, we'll be doing that. We'll explain what it is, so you know who to contact. Well, you've got me to contact, obviously, I work for him. But yeah. Tell you more about it then, when he comes on. He seems interested to do that. He was talking to me about that today, and I was like, yeah, sure. I would love that. Like, getting someone famous. Oh my, like he is legit famous. I'm like, I don't know, the last couple of weeks, ever since I met him, I felt very like, oh my god, someone like him noticed me and wants to help me. I feel very happy and that this is happening to me. Because, like, otherwise I would have been down on a rut most likely, extremely depressed because my stepmother. Yeah. Yeah. He understands what I'm going through and what I want to do and everything. So it's very great that I have a boss um so with the times and understanding as well, because I have had bosses, they said they understand, they're like, I'm very sorry and everything, but some some other stuff comes up and they don't actually mean what they said. This guy generally means what what he says, which is good. Oh, he's a great boss. Bro, just so yeah. Yeah, I can't. I want to do more, but he's currently busy. He's going through getting sponsorship for his show, Goats and something, which is a show he started in a goat farm, which is like a bar slightly as well. Not really a bar, more like a cafe, and he's gonna get a bunch of people, other comics like him, to go there and to do a show with him, and it's pretty fun. So, what's a good thing? I can go to these shows without needing to pay for it, which is good for me because I don't have money right now. I don't got shit. I am so broke. Yeah. But I like doing the work. I always try to find a job that's really nice and very fun and comfortable. Something that I know I can do without feeling bad about what I can't do properly. So I might try to stay as long as I can here with him because, like, it actually makes me feel happy, like, to work with. And it's not like this big corporation who doesn't give a shit. You're just a number that works for them. An employee who works for them. Like the last company I worked for, the insurance company. Basically, they're like, oh, we care about you. We're gonna help you out. But basically there was like a secret line to that line, basically saying, no, we're gonna help you out, but if you have like a bunch of people you can contact to work for us as well, and a bunch of people that we can sell to as well, and the more you can bring into the company, then that's great. And like at first, yeah, I did. I did a while before, but unfortunately I had to. Yeah. So, yeah. Big corporation. I worked for a big corporation insurance company from the US for a while with my friend as well. She's going through what I went through and why I had to quit. But apparently, my new boss, new one, he spoke with somebody who, well, they know more about like companies in Ontario where I live, apparently if you work for commission full-time, you're supposed to have a base salary, which they didn't offer, and I was working way more than I should. I was working nearly like 40 to 42 hours a week. That is more than full-time already, and I barely got paid. I never even got paid commission. I made one sale because they were supposed to show me a sale, but they never did. And when I did the sale, it was all by myself, and I had to do it myself. So yeah. They basically like threw me out because I didn't have enough resources myself. When I tried to get more, it was too fucking late apparently. They didn't want me to work for them. So, Andrew told me it was illegal to contact my clientele, so I was working for my friend illegally slightly, which she still worked at that company, so she hired me in. So it was technically legal, but slightly illegal. But just kept me going on my feet and everything. She was amazing, but yeah. Big corporations, they make you into a number. They don't care what happens to you. If you don't have enough resources to sustain yourself, you don't have the necessary skills for it, and you struggle with it, one of their things is not to help you out through it. Which they should, but no, they don't. Yeah. So I'm not gonna get commission from my one sale. It's gonna go to my boss, which good for him. He's making millions of dollars. He's winning contests and going all the way to trips in different types of countries on the company's dollar because he's doing well. He tried to make me feel better, trying to get me to quit, so that's why I did. He was like, if you stay here any longer, you're gonna be in financial trouble, you're gonna be in serious issues, you won't be able to take care of yourself. And you might have like a stain on your record and everything so basically got tricked into it, so kinda sucks. I'm not gonna get paid for my only sale that they didn't even show me how to do. I did it by myself. All by myself. Yeah. Fucking bitch. Yeah. Apparently, if you're working like more than 40 hours on a commission-based job, that we should pay a base salary in Ontario, which they didn't really do that because they were like, oh, this is a great rich soon thing if you do what you're doing properly. And it's like, well, they didn't really show me how to do it properly. Because each time they would show me like one of their cells, it would never end up as a cell for some reason. But yet they were making a bunch of money, which was super weird. So that company has like their best agents protected, but the ones who struggle, they don't give a shit. They're like, bro, what the fuck? I didn't want to pick it up. So yeah. Apparently they were supposed to do that, so he's like, my new boss is thinking to take, well, my whole company to court, which, for me, with me, to help me out, which I really like that. Someone is actually trying to help me out with that compared, well, my dad can only prove that he didn't know what to do, obviously. He doesn't know much about that. Stepmother doesn't give a shit, honestly. She would let her to see me crash and fucking burn, and to support and help me out. So, really big dynamics and why a lot of the times where I would try to do something, it wouldn't work because I would feel like shit. So I always had that around me, and I still do. So, yeah. There are 3 snipers there. Oh, they got a chopper now? Where's that chopper? There we go. Fuck your chopper. I'm ready to do that, honestly. The fact that they treat me first like that, my other friend, well, my friend currently is going through it, and they're probably gonna do that to my other friend. So, yeah, have like no respect for the people that they work for, and practically these people are working for free over 40 hours a week doing what they do, and they're just like, hey, you suck at this, leave. Just sounds like my stepmother's kind of way of life, which is not really nice, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, secured C with by doing that. That's great. Snipers. They're tired of being pussies, so they're sniping. Bruh, what the fuck? I can't say shit, I can't say shit. I survived that shit? Partially, well. No, yeah. Well, don't tell that to my old bosses, okay? Because I don't want them to know what the fuck is coming to them. I want them to be so fucking shocked and be like, oh, we didn't know about the law and shit. It's like, you should have thought about that before you fucked me over. I worked for them for so many fucking hours. I would get up at like 10:30 in the morning, go to work by 11, and I would have training, meetings throughout the entire fucking day, call millions of people with no fucking progress because they would give me a shitty clientele list. People that haven't answered for the past like several months, and they expect that it works out for me. While other people, they get new leads and fantastic. They're going like they're reaching the stars. They're so proud of these people. They're getting so many fucking sales. Like, lucky for you, you got good people to call. But I ended up with fucking assholes who don't pick up their phone. They think it's scam. Which kind of felt like it. Honestly, I felt bad. But they're like, oh, if they think it's a scam and they want to talk to your manager, just give them my number to call me and everything. Like, I was like, okay, that's nice. Reassuring, but also like, what if they don't actually mean it or something? So that's what I was scared about. As well, so they were like, you need to call these people 5 times a day. Create urgency. You have to call these people and tell them what they might be getting, so they get interested. And it's like, yeah, doesn't always work. They don't pick up. They think it's some type of scam. So I leave a voicemail, leave text message, nothing. They don't care about it. They don't even want the free stuff. They don't even need it. But yet they push it on to people, and it kind of makes me feel bad. But I was trying to get paid because I needed the money. I was going in debt. But they did nothing to help me out. But other agents in the company, when they would see an agent struggling, they would like, hey, do you want to close and get a portion of the commission and everything? And that was pretty nice. But my bosses, they never fucking did that for me. And none of the other agents asked me if they could do that except for one, which was my friend, Hannah. She actually offered and she helped me out, but she was just doing what others were doing with her as well to help me out, since she saw that I was struggling, I had issues getting money, and it was stressful. So, honestly, they should make her like top tier in that company. They should hire her as like more than just like a manager that, well, they call her an uncertified manager, which, that is so fucking ridiculous. She's more certified than any of them. She's better than most of them. She's nicer, she's sweeter, she cares better. She's just amazing. And the way they treated her was some epic bullshit. And they're doing that to her right now, and I'm like, I feel so bad because I felt responsible for it for a while, but she was like, no, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's just a clientele list, which is true, it's a clientele list, but some of those were my clientele when I left. So she received my shitty clients. They didn't even offer to give her like new ones. They were like, here's some old ones that they no longer work with. And this company hired a shit ton of people, including her and I, back in 2022. And they basically either fired or made everybody from 2022 quit. And she's the last person who was hired at that time. So, and they're basically trying to get rid of her at this point. And they're calling her irresponsible. And they're saying mean things to her, saying it's her fault and everything, where it's not. It's really not. She's the most responsible, the sweetest and the nicest. A lot of clients actually like her, and she has a lot of policy enforced, but they're processing at the moment because the only people who respond is people with disabilities. And not saying anything mean with people with disabilities, honestly, I got one too, but we can't process them as standard applications. They have to go on trial, which is basically like takes forever to do. It takes like weeks, nearly months to get an answer, and sometimes they change stuff or they just cancel it altogether. And they don't need to pay for it, which is good for them, but it's not always good for us as well. So, yeah. They really like screwed the pooch at this one. Yeah. So, yeah. It takes that long to do something, and she's got a lot of them on trial because they're all interested in getting benefits and insurance when they know that, well, most company would say no, but our company would say yes because it's still a sell. It's just it would take longer. Them, they have enough money to take the time for it, but we don't. So, it's kind of fucking annoying. They absolutely like destroyed it. But yeah. So we have like a bunch of application on trial, but they don't care about those. The ones that they care most about is the ones that are processed with standard. The ones that are processed with standard, well, they're processed immediately. Everybody gets their cut like within the same week. And we newly had one. We were processing it, and about a day or two after it was progressed, the client decided to get out of it, which they're allowed to do. But the bad thing is we don't get our pay for it, or if it was already processed, we have to pay them back. So we did, even though we didn't have the money for it. But so yeah, the client decided to just not do it, not go for it, which they probably, I think like what happened is they probably read a review online on the company and how it works and everything, and they just like, I don't think this is a good company to go with, which, it is good for a lot of people. There's good stories that come out of the policies that they give with this company. But, yeah. Backed out of it, and it was like really upsetting because that would have been like our first paycheck in like months, practically. Oh. So yeah, we had that processed and everything, but the client backed out, which really sucked for my friend because she really needed it for her stuff, and I also needed it for my own stuff too. And we would have had like an okay paycheck. Like it wouldn't be much, but it would be good enough to take care of what we need. So, well, a little bit, just not all of it, but just a little bit. It's better than nothing, but it ended up being nothing. There's nothing we can do if the client just decides, hey, I don't want this. And yeah. I don't want it to be like, illegal for us to go forward with it. Damn. Yeah, my stepmother's always listening to what I'm doing. Yeah, ever since I had a conversation with my friend about my life and everything, I was explaining things to my friend. She came downstairs all rude and shit and just yelled at my friend. Now she's listening to everything I do in the basement, just to hear if I'm doing something else she doesn't like. She likes finding excuses and shit like that to annoy me. Honestly. She lives for it. There's times where she sees someone upset or crying or having issues like processing something, and they're really upset and they're angry or sad, and it's usually either her fault or something else. She makes fun of them. She basically looks at them with a fucking smirk and a smile. I was crying the other day and she was smiling at me with this, like, she was happy to see me upset. Like, she loves it. She loves the pain from others. Yeah, she's a fucking psychopath. Yeah. Yeah, she has no empathy. No empathy, no sympathy, no nothing. Talking to her about it would do any good anyway. So yeah. She listens just in case so she can come down and yell at whoever I'm talking to say, hey, she's a liar. Well, I'm just speaking my truth. She does that to her friends and lies about me to them. And yeah,
A lot of them believe her, but some of them don't believe her after a while when they notice how I am and who I am and when they get to know me as a person. And they're like, huh, doesn't really match up with what she said. Did she lie to us? It's like, yeah, she fucking did. If she told you I was a fucking... But I may be lazy a lot of the time, but I'm not just lazy all of the time. Sleep all day. No. I'm not loud. I'm not obnoxious at night. I mute the TV. I mute everything. And I wear wireless headsets. So I can do what I want to do at night. Because I can't sleep at night, so I keep myself busy by listening or watching stuff. And she's like, oh, she's so loud. She plays music in the middle of the night. I don't. I play music in my headphones, and they're not as loud. Not very loud. I can't even hear it when I take off the headset. And I clean my ears thoroughly with a endoscope thing. I have like this camera thing. To clean my ears, and I clean it. So then I get an ear picker. That's what I use to clean my ears. So my ears are clean. I'm hearing well. I've got I've got great hearing. I've got 20/20 vision, but I get massive headaches here and there, migraines. So I take more naps because I don't want to take too many pills because I was addicted to it a while ago that I nearly killed myself from it. I killed something else instead, which was much helpful. Yeah. But she doesn't give a shit. And when I told like my dad what happened to me in high school, she was like, oh, she's making it up for attention. The guy probably didn't even do it. It's probably her fault. She was blaming me for something that happened to me. Yeah. Like, I got raped 6 times. And she's like, oh, the guy probably didn't even want to do it. You probably, like, persuade him to do it. It's most likely your fault. That's what she fucking told me. Straight in my face. As one of the first time I noticed she was a psychopath. And that I would never fucking trust her. I tried to do. I always be nice and everything, but apparently that's not right. She says, oh, I never save anything for her. I never make sure she has her food in the fridge, or I eat her leftovers, or without her permission, or when we get something I would just eat everything so she has nothing from it, or that I'm not nice or something. Yeah, this winter, like my Aunt Tessie, she was like, I stayed with her for Christmas, and my stepmother didn't want me to because she was like, she doesn't deserve to spend Christmas with you guys. She doesn't need to. She's fine alone. It's like, well, I was, but still, I was alone for Christmas. She felt bad for me. So she invited me, which is a nice thing to do. Like, because of her, my dad didn't even fucking call me for Christmas. Well, they did at 4 in the fucking morning. I was trying to fucking sleep, and they get a fucking call being like, hey, what's up? And all that they did is talk about how their vacation is going great. It's like, yeah, that's nice. And when I try to talk about how Christmas is going and everything, because I haven't spoken to them for like weeks, she's like, no, just turn off the phone. You don't need to talk to her. That was my dad. Just told that to my dad. Yeah. That was my Christmas. My Aunt Tessie, I went to her and she was like watching me and everything. She was actually surprised in what she saw. She was contradicted completely from what she was told about me. She knew that something was wrong. She just wanted to make 100% sure. And she knew that I'm a nice person, that I'm nice. And when I was there, she made me like special food. She made me this and that, a bunch of stuff that I like, but she knows that my stepmother likes it too. So, and they were coming back in less than a week, so I was like, hey, can I have a little bit extra if you don't mind, so I can put some in the fridge, so when she comes home late night, she has all of this, so she can have food when she comes home, because she probably would want that. Because they were coming home by like midnight, so it's like, if she wanted that food, she doesn't need to wait till the next day. If she was hungry when she came home, so I saved her a bunch of the food she likes in the fridge, and yeah. And when she came home, she had all the stuff she liked. The fridge was still stocked with the food she liked. My food was already almost all eaten because that's what I've been eating for the past couple of months. So I purposely made room, let my aunt fill it up for her while before she came from vacation, so she would have food for herself. That is care and dedication for others. And she keeps saying, oh, she doesn't care about us. She never does that. She fucking did it for Christmas. That is where most people are super greedy, or like they try to keep it only for themselves or for the family or the ones they like and trust. I was like, oh, that should be nice. And each time we make food in the house that she liked, I always offer her some. Like the other week, we got brand new chicken strips. And I was like, hey, would you like to try the new chicken strips? Like, they're really good. You might really like them. She was like, no. Like, okay. But she said it in such a mean way. Like, you could have been more friendly about it. Say, I'm sorry, I'm just not hungry for it for right now. Or, but not the way she said it. It just seems like just because I cooked it and offered it, she doesn't want it. But I'm pretty sure if my dad made it, she would have obviously said, yeah, I'm gonna take some. Yeah. She's toxic. I just deal with it, and she keeps blaming me for all of the problems and everything, saying, you're the problem, you need to get out. So yeah, I know it's your house, but you can't be caring. I have no money, nowhere to go. I don't know how to live by myself practically. Like, they didn't teach me how to cook. She didn't want me to learn how to fucking cook. My dad wanted to, but she was like, I'm too scared she'll burn the house down. It's like, well, I'm gonna burn more houses down if you don't teach me how to cook. So when she's not here on her evening shifts, my dad makes food I like, that we both like. He's caring and we talk. In the ways he's never when she's around. Sometimes he helps me teach me how to cook. So when I do eventually move out on my own, I don't burn down the place where I live. I've never actually set anything on fire, but my little lack of cooking skill, I would be like a sim on cooking level 1. Like, do you play The Sims? And level 1, you're most likely gonna fucking start a fire. Just turning on the stove. That's me. Ooh. Oh, that's a fucking sentry turret. Yeah. And I don't care if this is going out to the fucking world. They deserve to know what's going on around here and who the fuck she is and how she acts. I've dealt with this shit since I was 6 years old. 21. And I still have to deal with it. Just let it be. Let her do what she wants. Since I was 6. Most of my life, I've let this happen. And I finally decided to stand up for myself because I'm tired of it. Like, I feel fucking used and abused and mentally, like, emotionally depleted or tired. And, yep, doesn't give a shit. We're gonna win. Yep, we're gonna win. But yeah. Since I was fucking 6. She didn't, like, when she met my father forgot to mention he had a kid. So it's kind of a bit my dad's fault, a little bit. Because he didn't mention to his soon-to-be girlfriend that he had a kid. So, she wanted kids of her own with him. That never came to be, which is a good thing. Good thing, yeah. Good thing for me, typically, okay. Never really cared for me anyway. Well, she did. Things would have turned out differently throughout life. I probably would have been less, like, stressed out. I wouldn't have anxiety or depression by just being in the house. Growing up with it, yeah. Probably wouldn't have so many depressive problems. So, not so many issues with Mother's Day. I don't celebrate Mother's Day. I know it's coming up and I see so many fucking ads. And it just hurts me and it pisses me off. I can't really do anything against it because there's a lot of people with mothers who do care, that they care about and that they celebrate it. But personally, I stopped celebrating it a long time ago. And there's even more reasons I don't celebrate it nowadays. One of them is because of that. The other one is my grandpa died on it. And I never got the chance to say goodbye to him. Well, kind of their fault as well. Well, kind of my family as well. The entire thing. Because they called them on video call to say hi and say their goodbyes, basically. So they had one more last moment with him, even if it was on virtual. But didn't even put in the effort to do that with me. It's like, I'm not that important to the family for them to call me for anything. So I got left out completely when it came to that, and was really upsetting because I never got to see my grandpa in over a year. By the time I got to see him, he was in a wooden box, dead. So I would have liked to have a few more moments with you virtual, say hi and see how he was doing and everything, but I didn't get the chance. I think it wasn't that important, but everybody else in the family got to. Even people that weren't even part of the family got to. I was the only one. They thought I didn't care for it. I didn't want to. And well, I did. He's my grandpa. What do you expect? So. Y'all got a US now? Yeah. sweet. Someone took care of that shit. But yeah, I never got to say goodbye and I resent it. I wish I had the chance to, like everybody else in the family, but that just makes me feel like I'm not as important as everybody else. And I've always felt like that since I was born, basically, because I was born from a one-night stand, practically an accident. There was times when people would say, hey, you should have gotten rid of that kid when you had the chance. My dad never did because, yeah. No one really wanted to take care of me, so I was like, okay. God, these major sweats. Yeah. I don't feel the need to celebrate Mother's Day. My own mother abandoned me when I was a baby. She didn't want me. She gave my dad an ultimatum. It was either her or me. That's exactly what she told him. And she left. She tried to get back in my life a few times, but each time ended up pretty bad. Sometimes it ended up in court, sometimes it ended up with other situations. She was a severe alcoholic. So. So yeah. I don't really see the point, but it always upsets me when people like I get forced to watch these fucking ads all the time. It just makes me really upset because I never had one. Like, it's not really a holiday anymore. It's never been. And growing up, everybody would celebrate it. They'll be like, oh my god, it's Mother's Day. We get to celebrate my mother. Oh my god. It's so sweet. Like, yeah, your mom is amazing. She deserves it. The one time I tried to celebrate it with my mother's, always ended up with me having tears on my face because they didn't fucking want it. They didn't care for it. They're like, why would you do this? So, I don't really care for it. I don't want to do it no more. It's not necessary. When I grow up and whenever I have a child, I'm never gonna be like them. I'm gonna be who I am truly. Supportive, nice, and caring. So, I can be someone my kid can talk to, can feel safe around, and be comfortable with. So, feel like, hey, I don't feel like intimidated by my mother. I can speak to her, no problem. She cares for me, which is good. Like, I would never want my kid to feel unloved like I did my entire fucking life. Like, each time my mother would call me just for, like, when I was a kid, she would call just to see how I was doing and shit. Just to show that, because that's when she wanted custody of me, so she was supposed to call me, see how I was doing, get an update on me to know how I was, and if I was ready to be with her, and I would definitely not be, and each time she would call, I would generally, like, fucking cry or scream to just not talk to her on the phone. But I would still be forced to talk to her, even though I don't want to. Yeah, but nothing can be done about that. I still ended up having to talk to her, but she never got custody, thankfully. Because she didn't deserve it. She was a drunken alcoholic fool. But she was abusive as well. So why the fuck does she deserve custody of a child? If that's what she wants to do with that child. The child's gonna have more problems by the end of it, which... Well, yeah, that's true. So thank God they didn't force me to do that. By the time I was 13, I could have chosen who the fuck I wanted, and it was at the time my mother and I had that gigantic fight. We had a gigantic fucking fight. And it was the last time I ever fucking saw her. It's the best time I visited her. It's the last time I fucking saw her. It was a horrible trip. I went there to visit her because she did something. I needed to go spend time with her, otherwise she would never do it again. And it had to do with my passport, because back when my father got custody, the one thing they forgot to plan out is if ever I would travel, my passport, who would be responsible for it, who would make the decisions and everything. When your parents are not together, you need to get 50-50 response. So one respond from your parent, the one parent, and the respond with the other. Even though they're not together. Nowadays, they kind of plan that out when the kid is young enough, so if the one of the parents get full custody, they also get custody of their passport and everything, so they don't need to ask the permission from the other parent. Which is a good thing, because it would have saved me a lot of trauma. Yeah. I had to go there, and she was like, yeah, and the only reason you're here is because I signed that paperwork so you could go on your trip with your dad. It was his wedding trip. And their honeymoon. Yeah. The hottest fucking place on earth. Kind of felt like I was walking in the fucking bowels of hell. It was fucking hot. For a kid like me, I was bright white, like pale white. Like, I was whiter than white. I still am. And, I had, like, the blondest hair back then. Well, not really blonde, it was more like... But I burnt in the sun, I still do, and it kind of fucking sucked. We forgot the fucking sunscreen, and nowhere where we went had fucking sunscreen that was usable. And since I was a white kid with blonde hair, I was chubbier and everything. Like, I got made fun of on that vacation by the local kids over there. They actually made fun of me, and they wouldn't let me play their anything. And they actually, like, later fucking scared me to myself, pissing myself with this fucking legend thing. Like... They were just acting very cruel. I was already going through enough, and then pile on that shit, why don't you? Yeah. I don't go anymore because it's always too hot, and the food situation is either you eat what's there or you starve for the night. And if you want to take a shower, you either freeze your ass off or not take a shower. But since you're in a hot climate, you're gonna get all stinky, you will need to take a shower because you're sweating a lot. So, yeah. Well, nowadays it's probably getting fixed, but I'm probably not even welcome there anyway. But, so yeah. Well, probably gonna be like, it's like made fun of again. Each time I'm on a video call, they laugh at me, so certainly have to laugh at my weight. It's a weight issue. Like, I've had this weight issue since I was a kid, and there's nothing I can do about it. I've been trying diets. I've been trying eating less. I've actually became slightly bulimic, or slightly like not eating or fasting or different types of diets, but I'm limited to foods I can actually fucking eat. And I can't lose the weight. It's all stubborn weight gain. So, yeah, but that doesn't fucking matter. It's nice sometimes to go there. There's some nice places, but the locals are kind of, I don't know, they don't really make nice with the visitors when they look different than them. You don't have black hair, tan skin, you don't have money in your pockets, you're chubbier. Don't expect a warm welcome. Expect, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Yeah. I wish it was a little bit nicer in the world, but not that easy. Everything's hard for everyone, I guess. Damn it, my controller is dying. Yeah. Fuck. Where was the team? Are they all getting absolutely killed at... I have ghosts. The only warm welcome I got when I went over there was when I went to the hairdressers. The hairdressers are okay. They love different hair colors. They love culture. They are very inclusive compared to the regular normal folks. They were the nicest, honestly. Like, I went there 2 years in a row. The best part of the vacation. Ah, bitch.
Switching back. Slave.
I'm trying to focus on the game.
Clothing mine. Setting mine. Requesting recon flyover. Cluster mine deployed.
Oh, proximity mine got him. Nice. That is very impressive for me. I haven't charged it. When I took a nap, I didn't plug it in. I had a headache and the light was affecting it, so I had to put my... Well, I use it as a sleeping mask, but it's not, and it's a bad idea that I use it as one because it's tight and kind of pushes my eyeballs in a way that they become blurry when I take it off. Takes a bit of time for it to adjust. But it's not a real mask. It's like a sorry, like an elastic headband that goes around your head when you're taking off your makeup or washing your face. One of those things. Got it on sale at Urban Planet a while ago. Got a lot of things on sale at Urban Planet a while ago. It was really fun. Bought some stuff from Forever 21, Urban Planet, Playboy. Just stop going like a fucking lunatic. The same fucking asshole with the pistol. I can't even fucking shoot him. My gun just gets jammed each time I aim. For some weird reason. Come here, motherfucker. They blew up my thing. Oh, is that asshole? I'm very tired still. I didn't sleep well last night. Now I was going to bed. Somebody decided to get up, take a fucking shower, and go to work at a new hour when they were supposed to be working at a different time. Take a shower, dry their hair with a fucking hairdryer, all at 4 in the fucking morning. It's like... trying to sleep. I had work today. I was hella tired. Apparently, I read my work thing wrong. Your schedule was supposed to be 9 a.m., not 2 p.m. And I was so fucking tired, I didn't fucking know. Couldn't get it right. So my boss felt bad. It's like I didn't fucking sleep well enough to be awake by 8 o'clock. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the same way tonight as well. I'm gonna go to bed in like less than an hour or two later. Like I've been a light sleeper recently because of insomnia, and falling asleep takes forever for me, so. Yeah. So. I wake up pretty easily. I woke up with her bang on the washing machine in the basement because we have a broken washing machine. I have to bang on it to get it working. And yeah, I'm on, but jeez, I was trying to sleep. Then bang, 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 walking like wearing bricks on your feet. Like, dude, can you walk more softly? Like, walk like you're wearing fucking bricks. I didn't know they sold bricks as fucking indoor shoes. Don't. Yeah. They walk like that upstairs sometimes. Oh, dude, I sleep underneath them. My bedroom's right underneath them.
a stun grenade! Samdex out!
Ugh. My controller decided to die. Saw that message that just popped up a few seconds ago for like a while, and my controller decided to just die on me. I was like, yeah, I'm tired, good night. Oh, good.
Switching mags!
I got everything I needed. I just need to. I killed one of them. Come on. Up and down. Jeez, it's just a waste of bullets. You're down, you're down. You're dead. Stupid perk. I don't use it.
Incoming frag! Trophy system online.
I'm really tired. I'm a little bored playing by myself and no one's actually messaging and saying, hey, what's up?
Incoming frag!
Oh, boring for me. Sorry, I
Took her out!
just a little bored. I'm somebody communicating with my friends. I'm pretty sure my friend's going through something and he's just saying, oh, I don't want to be online. Play the game. Well, he's got down too. And I'm on my friends are actually on. That I play with. I have friends that haven't added me to their friends list yet. Just checking on that. This way. They're not on. Okay. Alright. Let's see where I am with this battle pass. Battle pass 15. This is only one kill. So
my phone's dying, so and I'm hella tired and there's like nobody watching. Cool. I'm just gonna get off. It's really late. I'm tired. Exhausted. I got work tomorrow, so I guess eventually go to bed. See ya.